mother and son were injured in a gas explosion in Keelung as Tzu Chi volunteers rushed to offer help. The rice paddy in Fuli is specially decorated by volunteers celebrating World Marrow Donor Day. I'm Sean Scanlan. This is DaAi Headlines. A gas explosion in Keelung injured an 80-year-old senior and her son, with both having second and third-degree burns. The son is a recycling volunteer, and his relatives requested help from Digi. Here's more. I have to tell everyone here an important message. Do not clean up at will. We're here to clean the glass and windows. You need to wear gloves before cleaning.
After the gas explosion, glass from the windows shattered and fell off. Two people were injured, but gladly the injuries aren't life-threatening.
When my mother-in-law was preparing to cook, the gas leaked and caused a gas explosion. Because of this, she is now in an ICU. So we are here to organize the home. Today, I'm thankful to everyone's help. Neighbors were here to help too. And the officials of the local area arrived firsthand to care for me. I'm thankful to everyone.
The family members organized the first floor briefly, so today we are here to organize the second floor, which is more serious in damage.
After an agreement between volunteers and affected family members, male Tzu Chi volunteers torn down the broken doors, windows, and unusable furniture, preventing further damage to seniors in the future. The gas explosion has also affected neighbors as volunteers received requests to help.
I asked for your help in cleaning the front room, and now it's clean. Now we have to clean the balcony on the second floor because there are broken acrylic pieces.
The gas explosion was devastating. Look, the walls fell down. We requested help from the Environmental Protection Bureau, asking them to transport items out of the affected buildings.
After the accident, the community sets out to care for one another, as volunteers will make sure surrounding buildings are clear of danger.
At the UN Climate Change Conference, Digi was invited to participate in a panel on climate and nature. Digi promoted an 80-20 movement, proposing that we only eat at 80% capacity, while saving the remaining 20% for others. Take a look.
At COP26, shuttle buses are fully electric. It's a sign of determination by this year's host city, Glasgow, to reach net zero emissions by 2030. COP26 is the most important climate conference in recent years, gathering nearly 25,000 delegates to see global warming solutions and new technologies from around the world. Delegates are engaged in dialogue, building partnerships to work side by side.
The idea that we are able actually to come together and sacrifice some of our momentary comforts for a greater good.
And I share the air and the water and the land and the soil with other species.
As people become aware that these are the things which are very simple, things that we can do in a very practical way in our lives, and it will make a big difference, not just to us, but to all the living creatures and the globe.
But we need people to be taken care of where they are now.
Commercial activities that people enjoy and that help them meet their needs and their quality of life can also be in balance. Development doesn't need to come at the expense of nature.
We live in a world that is out of balance, that is not in harmony with itself. That's because we have lost this spirit of service, lost this spirit of living and giving to others in a selfless manner. In Hinduism, there's this concept called Ritta. It's a Sanskrit word, R-T-A, Ritta. And what it means is that there's a universal order and a universal balance in the world, in the cosmos. And everything runs according to this balance and this harmony, which has been created from the beginning of time. And that balance and that harmony only runs if we live in a spirit and in a mood of service.
Invited by the World Wildlife Foundation, Tzu Chi lent its presence to a panel on climate and nature, featuring faith-based perspectives on how making adjustments to modern human life can help resolve the climate crisis. Tzu Chi SDG Action Team Leader Deborah Boudreau was there to introduce a nature-positive solution from Tzu Chi.
Tzu Chi, we share 80-20 movement. Just eat 80% of your food every day. We can reserve 20%. Then those 20% can help another population in need. We can create an opportunity for equal food access. What I see today is transparency. Everybody learn from each other's. Everyone have their own unique strength. We can bring everybody on the table to see what kind of support you can contribute and what kind of opportunity you can engage.
All right. The main thing I took away from today's session is that we spoke from different traditions and parts of the world, geographies, cultures, and we all have something unique to bring. And when we do that, it's like we create a beautiful mosaic, which is really a tapestry on which we can find out how we can live together. And I think that's my biggest takeaway from today.
And in that sense, of course, faith and spiritual.
Extreme weather continues to threaten the globe as Western Europe experienced severe floods. Europe reached record high heats of 45.9 degrees Celsius. By looking at the world based on population, consumption, and poverty, it will be easier for us to discover ways to decrease our carbon footprint. Here's more.
Wildfires, flooding, and iceberg melting all point towards global warming. Under extreme weather, we must use different perspectives to observe our world in order to solve climate issues.
So when we look at the world map, actually, if we look at the size of a country, we become short-sighted as we are using a narrow perspective. If we look at the world from consumption, risk, poverty, and carbon emissions, this allows us to use a new perspective, letting us know what place needs assistance and what can we do to help.
In 2021, at the United Nations Climate Change Conference in Scotland, Tzu Chi led a team to participate in the conference, hoping to contribute towards the mission to reduce carbon emissions.
Because recycling has no boundaries, greenhouse gas doesn't just stop at a place, it travels around. If everyone can contribute their money and their efforts in wealthy countries or countries with good living standards, they'll have more carbon emissions, yet they have a relatively lower risk. So we should work together in order to lower the climate risk globally.
We must act out to protect our planet. This is achievable by doing recycling, refusing to use disposable utensils, stop eating meat, and living an eco-friendly life.
In Malaysia, Hotai Electronics has entered a new milestone with a groundbreaking ceremony for a new building in Batu Kawan, Penang. Upholding the spirit of kindness, the company's director led all staff to respond to the 1013 event, raising love and kindness to give back to society. Take a look.
Hotai Electronics Company has entered its 30th year of establishment, and it has reached new milestones of having a new building in Batu Kawan, Penang. The volunteers were invited to participate in the groundbreaking ceremony.
In such a good day, which is their groundbreaking ceremony, it just happened that we are promoting our 1013 event, One Person, One Good Deed event, so everyone contributed their love to donate a large sum of money to Tzu Chi, hoping to help purchase medical equipment, so we are grateful for them.
This batch of donation was derived from all staff of the company. A month ago, the general manager of the company, Wu Yueying, who is also a Tzu Chi volunteer, led all the staff to respond to the fundraising event.
As we are having the 1013 event, I just wanted to raise everyone's love and kindness. When I received the donation, I was very touched because they were very willing to contribute their love. To some of them, this may not be a small amount. Today, we still have the job to do. We really have to be pleased and grateful. We should give back to society in some ways. So I call on everyone to respond.
In fact, doing good deeds is not about how much you need. As long as we try our best and have the compassionate heart, it doesn't matter whether it's $1, $10, or $1,000. Our attention to give is the most important thing.
So I just feel that I should do something to help the needy lah. And I also really admire and respect what your people are doing, to help the needy, regardless of race, age, whoever need it, you are there to support them.
Dr. Sherry Lee Hong Long, the founder of Hotai Electronics Company Limited, has been giving back to society with practical actions for a long time. Behind his compassionate heart is the education from his family, who are also Tzu Chi volunteers, and it is now deeply rooted in his company.
My parents are Digi volunteers from 30 to 40 years ago. The number of their commission card should be within the 100th. Back then, when I came to Malaysia for investment, my parents told me that success is not because of how much money I make in the end, but how many people I've helped. So this donation has verified my efforts over the past 30 years. My efforts to let my employees have the ability to contribute to society, this is what touched me the most.
Turning kind thoughts into good deeds not only establishes a good corporate image for employees, but also brings more positive energy to society.
Digi volunteer Liu Shuiseng created more than 50 unique Buddhist scriptures that were different from traditional calligraphy writing methods, which were displayed in the lobby of Taichung Digi Hospital. He also donated all his works, which can help generate funds to purchase vaccines.
The paintings and calligraphy works with distinctive fonts attract the public attention.
It's not easy to write like this. It means that blessed people have a way to write like this.
This is the first time I've seen such beautiful calligraphy. There are also cut and paste and paintings.
The creator is Tzu Chi volunteer Liu Shuiseng, who has created his own style of writing, including Buddhist scriptures and Jingsi aphorisms, which are exhibited in the lobby of Tzu Chi Hospital. These works must be written quietly.
Can't be distracted. If one word is wrong or missing, the whole work must be done again.
Liu Shuiseng donated more than 50 works as a fund for Tzu Chi's purchase of vaccine, hoping to be recruited for the kindness of those who are destined.
There are many caring people. One drop of water can make a river together, so it can complete the purchase of this vaccine.
Liu Shuiseng, who has never studied painting and calligraphy, creates with pious and respectful hearts, breaking away from tradition and hoping to pass on Buddhist spirit to every viewer through his artworks.
In Taiwan, an average of 300 patients are waiting for a stem cell transplant every month. To celebrate World Marrow Donor Day, an organic rice paddy was specially decorated in Fuli Township, Hualien County. Here's more. Moms and children from the Fuli Township all come to volunteer. They line up for World Marrow Donor Day in this rice field.
是我们基因的符号哦，这些都代表我们身体的密码。如果你的身体的密码呢是跟别人是相合的，那表示你可以救那个人。
In Taiwan, an average of 300 blood cancer patients are waiting for transplant every month. Digi Stem Cell Center has 450,000 registrants. It's not easy to match successfully, as we look forward to more donations from non-relative volunteers.
Every year, more than 300 bone marrow hematopoietic stem cells are given to 31 countries around the world. We have done more than 6,000 cases of stem cell donation, so our contribution is very significant.
Farmers prepared the organic rice paddy in advance. This was made more difficult because of flooding in Hualien a few days ago, which caused many to worry.
We are very grateful as the flood condition of the rice paddy we reserved is not very serious. I just feel like if we are actually working hard, the world will see you.
Saving a person is equivalent to saving a family, as many pay tribute and gratitude to bone marrow donors who are not related by blood.
Thank you, donor! Thank you, everyone!
Fifth grade elementary school student Li Yunro was diagnosed with leukemia at the age of 4. After her first surgery, she couldn't see, but has slowly recovered her vision. After 5 years of battling cancer, she is starting to do drawings. Let's meet her.
Each stroke draws out energetic animals. The pink colors utilized are the cute imaginations of Li Yunzhou. Around 4 years of age, she experienced severe leg pain and was diagnosed with leukemia after multiple medical examinations.
It hurts, but I feel like it was necessary. I can't forget about the removal of a pot of cath and other shots I will have to receive. I must take the shots and endure the pain, cry a bit, and receive more shots.
Receiving anesthesia, undergoing surgeries, and chemotherapy, the 5-year battle with cancer has led Li Yunzhou's small body to receive massive amounts of shots. Her medical examination results were also very shocking to her parents.
When her body is occupied by cancer cells, it's hard to withdraw bone marrow from her. So the nurses drew it for a long time. After surgery, when Yunzhou had a pot of cath put in, I found something weird about her eyes. She kept staring at one place. She told me, "Mother, I can't see." Her face was choppy and round. She had curly hair, but after chemotherapy, her hair changed and she stopped eating. She threw up and was getting thinner over time.
Honestly speaking, me and my wife were crying in the hallway, just like what's aired on TV drama. After experiencing the pain, this experience taught us how to be strong. At the hospital, my child bravely endured the process, and this led me to challenge myself to invent new restaurant dishes every single week.
On the wall of the store are new cuisine photos invented by Yunzhou's father as he accompanied his child in battling cancer. After 5 years of therapy and 2 years after treatment, Yunzhou is energetic and confident.
The compass was not a toy, but a miracle.
Reading English books and drawing, Li Yunzhou can finally enjoy a wonderful life.
And Taoyuan Digi Foundation continued to present this year's New Shoot Scholarship Awards to recipients who share their most sincere gratitude for Digi, inspiring every attendee.
请颁奖人及得奖人面向来宾。
今年是我第4年。This is my 4th year to participate in the Tzu Chi New Shoot Scholarship event. I'm very happy to have met Tzu Chi when our family encountered difficulties.
Volunteers often care about our studies and our feelings. They don't want our schoolwork to be affected by other issues.
This scholarship is not only a one-time event, but has lasted for many years, so that the sister pair can study with peace of mind. They also want to give back to society in the future. Volunteers also appeared to help this pair of mother and child during their most difficult time.
Thank you, Digi aunties, for always helping our family. When my dad was sick, they've been helping us with living expenses.
His dad was a street vendor. In the past 2 years, he has undergone 2 surgeries on his spine, making him unable to work.
I hope everyone can keep on improving their schoolwork and making up a good character.
Caring for a child is equivalent to caring for a family. So the volunteers strive to sow seeds of kindness without asking for any return.
University student Luo Sixiang was raised by his grandmother as his parents divorced early on. His father became paralyzed and later died, as he is now attending the Department of Civil Engineering. Hello everyone, I'm Luo Sixiang. I'm in the 4th year of Civil Engineering Department of Taichung's Zhongxing University. I passed the Hakka certification in the 4th grade of elementary school, so I can communicate with my grandma. Grandma is very important. Take care of me and my father. When I was 7 or 8 years old, my dad was in a car accident and injured his spine and couldn't work anymore. After 10 years, he was still doing rehabilitation. Most of the care for him and me was provided by my grandmother.
When he was 4 years old, his parents divorced for no reason. After they divorced, I took care of him. He was very good and very well behaved. He has several certificates and no tutoring. From the 1st grade to now, he has mostly studied by himself.
Bounded.
Fluctuates.
Fluctuate.
Destabilizing.
Destabilizing.
We had to be dependent on the help of ants. To support the family, I entered the civil engineering department. In the future, I want to get a civil engineering certificate and become an engineer in order to ensure the stability of job.
先把这个手套戴起来，好，帽子没有戴帽子哦。
啊，忘了。
去跟那个师傅拿工具。
那边。这个哈，树叶下面发6个洞，再过给你发洞。
他很孝顺。
He is very filial. He goes to class in Taichung. As long as he is not working, he will come back to accompany his grandma every Sunday. A while ago, his grandmother was in and out of the hospital, and he took care of her at home.
Aunts and uncles will care about our family situation, and it gives me good feeling that someone is caring about us. I hope to spread my warmth to others, as it is a different level of happiness.
所以想说，然后就是健健康康的，就是我们有时候
Hope Grandma can be very healthy. Sometimes I'll advise her to avoid hardship and live a fortunate life. In the United States, 3 nearby Digi schools held a Halloween event at the Walnut Educational Grounds. Many of the costumes were made from recyclable materials.
It's the day children look forward to all year. 3 Tzu Chi schools held a Halloween party together, and the kids' costumes are as different as can be.
Are you 6 years old?
Who says costumes must be expensive to be awesome? Some of these are actually made with everyday items.
So we wanted to do something, nothing too fancy, and we wanted to make something. I didn't really want to buy her something entirely new and just use it 1 year and then not use it again. So we wanted to, make something that we already had. So we already had this cardboard box and stuff we had around the house, less wasteful. So.
Those parents who wanted to participate must have their temperature measured, wear a mask, and also show proof of vaccination. This trunk or treat was fun for both the children and the adults.
Our theme is Jurassic Park. This box is safe from our recycling. And we just painted the outside. These are tissue boxes.
I can tell. These are leftover paper from the kids' crafts. We also made these fish from leftover craft items. The tentacles are made from plastic bags. I also wanted to convey that the ocean and sea needs our protection, so we must recycle items.
Oh, I really like it. I think it's a good idea. It looks really safe and fun and festive. So this is our first time doing a trunk or treat event, so we didn't really know what to expect, but it looks really great.
During the event, a volunteer also went around asking for donations to help raise funds for vaccines, to which everyone was happy to make a contribution.
Tzu Chi Malaysia Humanities School hosted an online creativity course where children applied facial masks to their parents. We leave you with these images. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.